Allergy Dragon. My name is Martha, and would you like to learn how to make a allergy-friendly recipe that is 8 major allergen-friendly and delicious? Well, at least a little bit delicious in my opinion. We're going to be making blondies today, so stick around and that's what we're getting ready to do. So before we get to the recipe, go ahead and like and subscribe, and that way you'll get more content and recipes from me. Okay, let's get started. Our ingredients are as follows: 1/4 cup of organic spectrum shortening, 1½ cups of packed brown sugar, 1/3 cup of water, 1/2 cup of unsweetened applesauce, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2½ teaspoons of baking powder, 2 1/4 cups of gluten-free flour blend. I'm using Namaste blend because they are 8 major allergen friendly, and once again, this is an 8 major allergen friendly dessert. Okay, so today I have a very special guest. I actually have a blonde coming on here to help me make the blondies. I mean, I'm just saying, I think it's pretty. I couldn't have planned this better, really, honestly, and it was just really luck because she happens to be blonde and I'm making blondies. Because I was like, hey, let's do a video, because she came in and I was like, you know, she's blonde. So I need my blonde to come on to help me make the blondies. Okay, so this is Cindy, my sister. She's the blonde, and she's going to be helping us make the blondies. And because, you know, without it, it's not really a blondie with a blonde making it, right? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know either, but we're going to see. You may have met her before in one of my other videos. If not, I'll have a link around here somewhere, and you can check that one out. Okay, so blondie. We're going to make some blondies.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I had a blondie, by the way.
Well, you know why we're making blondies, right?
Right.
Because
you're allergic to chocolate.
That's right. So it kind of sucks. Carrie is too. So I would really want a brownie, to be quite honest. And I could do caribou brownies, but you know what? It's not the same. It's really not. So I like a blondie, and a lot of people like blondes, and you know, blondes have more fun.
Blondes have more fun.
Okay. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so you can get a pot and stir it, because that's what you generally do with pots. But you can get you can get a sauce pot, and you can actually melt this down and do it in a pot. But I'm not doing that. I'm going to be very microwavy. So I'm going to do this so y'all can't see my. I think it's dirty. Most people look at it and go, "What's your problem?" I'm like, "No, it's dirty." But I'm used to like cleaning the microwave every single day. My kids help me with this kitchen, so and they'd be fired if they worked for me. They don't though.
Thank goodness, huh?
Exactly. So we need a bowl. Boom, bowl.
Okay, so we're melting down the...
We are melting down the shortening.
And you can either do it in the microwave
or in a bowl. In a bowl. A pan, yes, not a bowl.
Okay.
So you can either microwave it. You can either melt it down in the microwave or in a pan, yes.
Okay.
And it's starting to melt, but it's a little bit longer. I'm doing it for another 30 seconds. And what we're going to do is we're going to cream the ingredients together. We're going to take the spectrum organic shortening, and we're going to take the brown sugar, and then we're going to take the water, and we're actually going to microwave the water too, just so it heats up a little bit. And applesauce is already room temperature. If your applesauce is not room temperature, you want to definitely warm it up, okay? Because you're creaming all of these ingredients together. And the reason that we're melting this and creaming it this way with the ingredients warm is because it has to do with how it bakes, and the texture will actually be off. If your ingredients are too cold, that's actually why a lot of people have problems with baking, like with eggs and that kind of thing. They don't take the eggs out and let them get to room temperature. It actually affects your bake time and the texture of your ingredients. Like once it comes out, your finished product. Magic! Okay, magically, it is now liquidy. You can probably see it somewhat, but before we get too much. So we're gonna go ahead and put the liquid fat in here now. You know, liquid fat. I'm gonna take the brown sugar, put that in there. We're gonna go ahead and nuke this for about 30 seconds. The magic of nuking. I'm going to go ahead and put the applesauce, because like I said, mine's at room temperature. Yes, I was these are sold in 4-ounce cups, okay? And I buy them for the kids. I need a 1/2 cup. Guess what? 4 ounces. Hello? So it's perfect for baking. I keep them all the time for baking. I love them, especially if you cannot have eggs. And, you know, poor Kara can't have eggs.
So that replaces the eggs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The applesauce replaces the eggs. It also helps replace some of the fat too. Now we're going to go ahead and put the warmed water in there. And it kind of looks like molasses. you say that looks like molasses?
I think it looks like molasses. Yeah.
Kind of like molasses, syrupy. Not quite as thick as molasses, but more like, a syrup.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are doing this on the stove with a pot, make sure you don't bring it to a boil, one, because then you're going to candy it, so don't do that. And then make sure you put your vanilla extract in very, very last, because you will evaporate it if it gets too hot. So a big thing, that's one of the reasons I don't put it on the stove and do it that way. I just do it this way.
Okay.
Because I want the vanilla flavor to come through. And make sure it's a vanilla extract, not an imitation, because sometimes those have gluten in them. We're going to put the salt in. Now, the baking soda, baking powder, I'm going to put in like this. Now, a lot of people are sifted. This is going to be a bar, so we're not sifting, okay? And the reason for that is it's going to be more not cakey, but you know how brownies are. It's more of the brownie texture. So you're not really worried about it having the big, huge air puffy bubbles to make it like nice and like a cake.
Right.
It's not a cake. So I am going to hand that the whisk right behind you. I'm used to not being here with anybody, and it's kind of weird to be like talking to not just you all, but in somebody here. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I have help. Okay, so mix this real bit. Just mix it a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour this. You're gonna hold and like mix.
Okay, I can mix.
Okay. And then I'll just put it in there. And I'm not trying to put it all in at one time, because then you end up with big, big lumps. And like I said, this is a very easy recipe, especially kids. Kids could do this one, because it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not a really pretty cake. Sorry if you have headphones on, because I probably clanked too loud.
It's great to get kids involved early.
Oh, yeah.
And anything you can get them involved in the kitchen, I think is wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially if they have food allergies, or even if you have food allergies and they luckily didn't have them, because they realize how easy it is to get sick, and they realize where their food comes from.
Right.
And it's a lot healthier. And even if you don't have food allergies, get your kids in the kitchen. I'm sorry.
Teach them. This is a great way to learn.
Yeah. Well, that is pretty much it. It almost looks like toffee or caramel. Yeah. Okay. The pan is right there behind you. And I wanted some thick boys, so like I said, instead of doing a 9x13, which you can do a 9x13, takes a little bit less time to cook. But you know what? I like them thick. We're thick girls. We're gonna make some thick brownies.
We want some thick brownies.
Well, they're not brownies. Thick blondies.
Thick blondies. Yes, blondies.
They're thick blondies. Ding! See, I'm really bad about clinking. Now, one of the things with this type of batter is, and the good thing about gluten-free batter is because it doesn't have the gluten in it, you're putting the gluten into it, so if you overmix a little bit, it really doesn't matter. You're not changing the texture of it. So, and sometimes you really do need to work it out, and call it work it out, work out the mix, and I really honestly, I shake it. Now I'm not gonna bang this one like I normally do. I bang my baked goods, especially if it's a pan. I'm not doing it if it's glass. I kind of shake it. Well, this is gonna go in the oven 25 to 30 minutes, 25 to 35 minutes depending on the size of pan you are using, okay? So we're gonna be more on the 35 minutes. And this is one of the few recipes you can get by with doing in 350. You know me, my magic thing is 325 and let it go for a long time. But not with this recipe though. We don't necessarily do 325. We're gonna go 350 because we want that to get crispy on top, just like a brownie would be. A blondie is gonna be the exact same texture, but no chocolate. We like blondes here. We will see you back here when they are done, and we'll get to see what they look like. And we will get to see what they taste like. Well,
we'll get to taste them.
Yeah, we'll taste them for you, and then you can make the recipe. Okay, welcome back. We have even more people in here to try the blondies, and so they're done. Yay! So we have an extra blonde, and the other blonde is still here, but she's not on camera right now. So the blondes must be here to sample the blondies. If not, are they really blondies? No, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Life's greatest questions.
And then for those who might not know, this is Kara, but most of you have seen her on my videos. And then she has friends with her. Would you like to introduce your friends, or do you want to introduce yourself? Are these just strangers that can't see me?
We just kind of showed up.
Yeah.
Okay, I just feed everybody. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So these are friends, her friends, in theory. In theory. In theory. Probably my adopted children that I didn't know I even had. So that happens too. Pretty much everybody gets adopted. Just a giver. No, anyway. Okay, Blondies. Ready? Yeah. Who's gonna cut?
Kara.
Child. Trust her with the knife? Okay, go ahead. Come on, girl. Right down the middle.
You're just ooh. Just in my ear, it's like ooh.
Yeah. I'm always hungry.
No, I never knew that because, you know, he's not been at my house and ate before.
Oh yeah, literally, like, I'll eat anything.
Well, you all had Korean food for the birthday party.
This boy went and got SpaghettiOs at the store.
Yeah. I will eat those straight out of the can.
You did an awesome job with those, let me just tell you. Ooh, she took it down. Okay, so we're all gonna grab one?
I'm gonna chuck the knife at the wall.
Okay. Would you like to do a close-up shot of this first for me?
And here I am, just used to make close-up shots.
That's true. We have to do the close-up shot.
Close-up shot of Erin.
No, please don't.
Get a close-up shot of her eating the blondie. That's what we need. And that'll be like the. We good?
I'm surprised this can see it. Yeah, look at that.
Do you want a blondie, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, I think everybody needs a blondie. Grab whichever one you want. Just grab them. I'm like, we're a little handsy here.
Oh, look at the one between the two.
So like the baby blondie. Okay, so I guess we're all gonna just taste it. Like 1, 2, 3, go. What was that?
It's so soft.
Oh, so soft, yeah.
Oh,
It's not a hockey puck.
that's really good.
Thank you. I think it's pretty darn good. Cindy, the other blonde that mixed it,
It's good.
it's good. Okay. And we didn't let them completely cool, so they'd be a little bit, you know, normally they would be a little bit less spongy, but they're still really good. Okay. So everybody, the one person that they are completely safe for here in the house that says it's okay considering the fact she has the whole thing in her mouth. And the friends that don't eat the safety food on purpose but are very nice and help her out aren't hating it. So it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we hope this recipe helps you tame your allergy dragon. Y'all want to do the outro stuff? Y'all know how it's done. Come on now.
Oh
No?
no.
No.
Kara.
There.
No? Nobody's gonna talk? Okay, fine. If you like this video, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you'd like to have more recipes. And my, links will be down in the description. Follow me on there, and I will see ya. Bye.